welcome back. Today's featured guitar tone is a Tony Iommi of 1972. I used to know a bunch of Black Sabbath riffs. Sadly, I've forgotten them all, so I'm just going to play some power chords. And if you know some Black Sabbath, this tone will be great for early, vintage Black Sabbath Tony Iommi. All right, I'm Tony, playing with the Boss eBand JS-10, and these are my guitar tones. I'm just going to blow right through them. I'm just going to noodle around, play some chords. And I'm going to give you the parameters as they are on the screen. If you like what you hear, great. You want to save it as Tony Iommi 72, fine. You want to recall it, rename it, whatever you like, that's up to you. And lastly, my parameters and settings will work with whatever you have. Stop boxes, pedals, rack mounts, effects processors, computer-based software, all that stuff. I will get you there, all right? Let's go ahead and begin. Now, when I created this tone, I used a Les Paul. I'm playing right now with my 80 Van Halen guitar. So my Les Paul sounds heavier than this 80 Van Halen guitar. So when I play the Black Sabbath tone on my Les Paul, it just sounds really, really good. That doesn't sound good with this, but I created it with the Les Paul. That's why these tones will sound different based on the guitars that you have and your pickups and whatnot. All right, so let's go ahead and continue, and let's just go through the screen. For this tone, we're going to have an amp, compressor, overdrive, distortion, noise gate, no EQ, no modulations, no delay, and plenty of reverb. I can't remember any Sabbath riffs right now, but if you know Black Sabbath, this tone's perfect. Trust me, it's perfect. Let's go ahead and get into it. So this is my Marshall. This is based off a 1959 Marshall stack. So whatever you have for amp modeling for a Marshall, that's what I'm using. Let's see right now. Let's see. Yeah, I can't even play Paranoid, but you get the gist. All right, so that is my bass, middle, treble, and presence. That is my T-comp at +2. I'm going to be using a limiter for this tone. And if you have a limiter pedal, those are my settings on the limiter pedal. I forgot all my Black Sabbath riffs, but oh well, you get the gist. Alright, what's next? We're going to use some overdrive and distortion. I'm using a 60s Fuzz. When I played this on my Les Paul, I was listening to some early Black Sabbath for those riffs. Sadly, I can't remember when I did this, but I heard like a fuzz, some type of distortion, but it was like a fuzz. So that's what I'm going with. So I'm using a 60s Fuzz. So whatever type of fuzz pedal you have, these are my settings I have on my fuzz pedal. Starting to come back to me, but it's a fuzz pedal, no distortion. So I'm using a Marshall and a fuzz pedal. toy back to me, but this tone is perfect for it. What else? There is my noise gate at 55, 58, whatever it is, 53. So right in the middle is my noise gate. Now for this, I have no EQ. I have no modulation, so no chorus. I have no delay, right? I got a lot of my tone from the reverb. So the main gist of this tone is going to be the Marshall stack, the 60s fuzz pedal, and then my reverb, pretty much. And then my compressor, but pretty much the reverb. These are my reverb settings. I'm using room. You may have a bunch of reverb settings. I'm choosing room, so play with the reverb. Jamming, I guarantee if you jam along to any Black Sabbath riff or tune from the early 70s, this tone will sound great just like the album because of the reverb. That is my Tony Iommi guitar tone, as you can see on the screen. Trust me, when you jam along to any Black Sabbath album, you're going to hear it. It sounds really good. I think the secret is the 60s fuzz pedal versus any overdrive or distortion pedal. I went with the fuzz. And I was trying to hear reverb, but I didn't. I was trying to hear delay. I heard no delay on Tony Iommi, but I did hear lots of reverb, lots. And Tony Iommi and Black Sabbath are fun to jam along to. I need to get back into it. They got some great riffs. One of the best riffs of all time were created by Tony Iommi, and his distortion and tone is just magical. It's so heavy, especially with the bass riding along the. There's more riffs. That's all I know at the moment. But it sounds really good. Trust me. Right? If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, leave them below. That is my Tony Iommi guitar tone patch of 1972. All right. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, leave them below. Thanks, everybody, and I'll see you all in the next video.